Bonjour! Bonjour!
No. Time for bladder check.
Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Arcane Season 1, Episode 5. I just watched the Episode 4. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. If you want to see my reaction video also to the Episode 6 already, you have my Patreon. I'm gonna come back to that later on the intro. Okay, I just watched the Episode 4. I was right, we had a time jump. I predicted it at the end of the Episode 3. You're a witness of it. I knew it because, you know, it was more interesting to have a time jump, so the girls would have the time to grow up, to change and all, and also for Victor and Jace, we wouldn't have all of this time with them explaining themselves to the council and to the academy, making some researches on magic and all, and really we are at the step after that with them using magic to do stuff with the political, with the economic things which are going with that. It was more interesting to do it like that, and they did it like that. I was right. So we have Jinx. Now it's Jinx. It's not powder anymore, you know. And if into her head she might be still that little girl. You know, she's acting like a little girl. How she's with Silco, how she's acting with him, hugging him like that, trying to impress him like that, trying to make him proud like that. And also her attitude, like she's so immature in a way into her head. Yes, she's acting like a little girl. An insane, an unpredictable, an unstable little girl who wants to prove herself to the world, but also really to herself, like all of what Milo and all of what Vi told her, the fact that she was not ready and the fact that she was only doing bad stuff. For her now, as an adult, almost an adult, she wants to prove that she can do good, she can do better than all of them, that she's the best, that they have to count with her, you know, that they have to respect her. And that's why during the first plan, when the other ones, you know, Silco guys, they were failing, she intervened, and she was right to intervene. She saved them all, and she was such a badass during that moment. Truly, during that moment, we all recognized Jinx from the game. Remember, I know stuff about the game. I'm watching games with a team that I support, the K-Corp, since 1 year, but I'm only watching them and I only know stuff about League of Legends since 1 year, so really I know just a little of the characters, so I don't know anything about the lore neither. That's a quick reminder. But still, during that moment, during that fight, I recognized Jinx. Oh, that was so cool. And after that, she made her own plan and she succeeded. I mean, she killed people, she stole these crystals, which are stable now. It's good, but not good because she's gonna use them for Silco. A war. I can imagine a war. Maybe not today, I mean, maybe not during the 2 next episodes. I think that these 2 episodes are gonna be the ones to declare the war, and we're gonna have really the war during the 3 final episodes of this season 1. And you know my theory about this season, with the rhythm that they are using into it. During the 3 first episodes we progressed so much, we did so many other things, and with these episodes, with the time jump and also with the rhythm that they are making into it, I really think that for this season 1 we're gonna follow some characters and we're gonna see their stories, but for the season 2 it's gonna be other characters, other stories. They made a title for the show which can help them to do that. And if I'm thinking also about the League of Legends community, the fact that they all have their champs, you know, their favorite characters and all, I think it would be more interesting for the show to explore the stories of a lot of different characters to please a lot of different fans, you know, and to really give to everyone things, informations about the lore, about the stories of all of the characters. Do you understand what I mean? And it means that with an idea like that, you can do so many seasons when if you are only following these characters, I'm not sure that you can go for a lot of seasons, like 4 seasons, maybe maximum. Do you understand my logic behind that? Powder is Jinx now, that's official. She's working for Silco. They're gonna declare a war to Piltover, that's almost sure. In Piltover we have Jace and Victor still working together, but little by little I think that they're not gonna be on the same page anymore. Jace is okay to do things slowly because he wants to play it safe, when Victor I think is gonna want to rush things. Maybe it's gonna create a bad situation, you know, like maybe something bad is gonna happen because of that. But for sure their relationship is gonna suffer. Fact, you know, that they are not seeing things the same way. I think that Victor, you know, with his story, with the fact that he's coming from the Undercity, he wants to use magic for good, you know, to help people. And the fact that they want to use magic to sell it to rich people, so it means that it's gonna create more differences between rich and poor people, inequalities between people. Victor is not gonna be okay about that. He's not gonna appreciate that. Merle, she has a lot of ambition for her city. Maybe she's gonna try to manipulate Jace also at some point. We have Caitlyn also, who is searching for who did all of that. I'm worried for you, Caitlyn, when you're gonna meet Jinx. I appreciate her friendship with Jace. I don't know if this show, they're gonna try to make love stories or not. I think that they created some into the lore of League of Legends. I mean, I watched one quiz about League of Legends, and during it they talked a little about the lore, and I think that they implied that we had love stories between characters, with also characters who stole girlfriend, you know, from each other, something like that. And Vi is in jail. We discovered that during the last episode. Caitlyn discovered that during the last episode. What happened to you during all of this time, Vi? When you're gonna see what your sister became? Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. Let's go for this episode. Like usually, if you want, you have my Patreon on which you have the episodes earlier. You have the 3 episodes on one day, you know, for Arcane. It's working like that. And after that, I'm posting them on YouTube, 1 each day. So when you are watching the episode 4 on YouTube, all of the 3 episodes are already on Patreon, and we've extended our full reaction part. For the 3 first episodes, I put extended reaction part for episode 1 and 2, and it was 7 minutes longer and with longer time of screen. And I put the full reaction part for the episode 3. If you can be interested by that, it's the best way to support me. And if you can't, join me on Patreon. You can support me right there on YouTube by subscribing, liking, commenting, stuff like that. It's appreciated. I'm excited to watch this show. I was already before beginning it, you know, you were there, but I was also a little stressed about it because it was the first time that I was gonna meet the community of League of Legends, but you were nice for the 3 first episodes, and thank you for that. Truly, I appreciated it. I was like that, reading your comments like, are they gonna be nice or not? And you were nice, so thank you for that. Continue like that, and continue also to not tell spoilers. And if you want to tell spoilers, I can understand that because you want to discuss about things of the show with other people. Please put it at the beginning of your comments, so I'm not gonna read the spoilers, and also people who doesn't want to read the spoilers, like, put a warning about it, please. Let's go for this episode 5. Let's go. I love so much the music of the opening credit. Niall's dead!
That was quite some shooting, young man.
Did my parents pay you to let me win?
No.
lost
I
you.
don't think that she did it for your parents.
No, your parents didn't pay
Maybe
me.
for you.
I just thought you deserved it. For me, knowing how to handle this weapon means being able to protect people, to be of service to the city. And that's trophy enough.
She was the one to give you the idea.
There's no record of you or your crimes. What are you here for? Nice selling personality. Silka, the industrialist. Okay, this is getting old. Can you just send in whoever's gonna kick the shit out of me so I can get on with my night? Does this mean anything to you?
You're there, but you didn't commit any crime?
Where did you get this?
Who was this, Daddy?
It's your girl. It's Grayson, who wanted
You said
peace.
you could control them. I lost 6 officers. 6!
Ah!
The council's up
Marcus,
now.
you made the
I
deal
can't
of
make this
peace
go away for you
with
unless you
Sanko?
give-
I don't need favors. I need you to do your job. We've accomplished a lot together, Marcus. Sheriff.
It's my responsibility to make sure the Hellscapes are safe and protected.
And what about our pledge to improve lives? For those in need? For the undercity?
I said it first.
He wants to do it for improving lives.
There are people who need our help now, Jess.
Your relationship is gonna suffer, you know, this difference.
It's all about these runes. They form some kind of mathy, magic-y gateway.
You're talking to... Yeah, I guess. She's a little girl.
I heard the bathysphere has a nice view. That could be a good way to get a lay of the land.
Follow her. Be careful. Did you miss it? Bye. Good picture! Were you not?
You almost got me killed. My little sister could do that when she was 7. All us fisher
You
folk
took
can.
the
Don't you
jacket.
blend in?
If the legends are true, mages aren't bound to single functions. It said the arcane speaks through them.
Do you think Hextech can learn?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure this is safe?
Of course not.
Oh, Jericho, I've already missed these.
You did? You're really not coming from the same place, both of you.
There are those who covet your power over the wealth the Hexgates forged and would take any opportunity to seize it from you. Just made yourself everyone's common enemy, Jace.
You're saying the truth, but you made him... So unstable. A lot of love, a lot of hate. You're a kid, you're just a kid inside.
Council assumes you'll fail. Time to prove them all wrong.
Same for you.
I had quite a shock this morning. Enforcers banging on my door. I hope you'll understand. Jace had to make a show of safety. Natalis is willing to reinstate former trade privileges to those who share his vision. Can we count you amongst them? Councillor
Privileges for rich people? I'm
I'm
sure that Victor is gonna be okay with that.
With us, you'd be investing in the future.
You'd be the first in line to end the war advancements.
I don't blame you, Jace. You think that this is right and clearly she's manipulating you.
It's been quite the investment. Indeed. Better than expected.
And you're gonna do that with all of them.
The one place all the secrets are spilled. How do you propose we go about this?
Let them think you work here.
Excuse me? If you really want people to talk to you, you have to let them think you have what they want. And what do I have?
Boobs?
You're hot, cupcake.
Mm.
So what'll it be?
Man or woman?
What is hardest truth for a survivor's story.
If I'm discovered, we're both finished.
Good thing you've located proof of the Firelight's involvement.
This has gone too far.
Imagining yourself a hero. Then what are you waiting for?
Oh no. Oh, you just thought of it.
Once we've cracked their prize, Topside will have no power over us.
I can't do it.
Fear haunts us all. Child.
By the looks of it, no one down here lifted a finger to stop Silco.
A few tried.
But Silco's got the muscle.
And the Firelights, you know, they are trying still now.
Silco's a number 2's a regular. I could have Miguel tell you where to find her. I owe you.
My father put hammers in the hands of the people, and they built this magnificent city. Imagine the wonders they could create if we put magic in their hands.
The Madonnas usually only take from the world. We're not often in the position to give anything back.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Oof, Victor. I'm afraid for you to go too far.
Are you headed home soon? I thought we could walk together.
I'm probably going to sleep here tonight.
Okay, he clearly doesn't care.
Miss Young.
Sorry, Miss Young. Come. Oh, Victor. Blood. Maybe it's gonna be able to sink.
That day, I let a weak man die. And another was reborn. Betrayal and pain that feels like it'll eat you from the inside out. Can either break you or forge you into something greater.
Like you.
That powder die.
Yes.
To the
Feeling betrayed
control you.
by your sister.
You're strong now. Just like you were always meant to be. Jinx's bluff.
The toxin. Oh, I don't know if I can put that on YouTube without being blocked. Marcus, what are you gonna decide?
Jeez. Victor. The doctors. They said
Dying?
how much time do I have?
Who is gonna try to use magic to save you? Yourself or Jace?
You filthy traitor. Vander had his chance.
They have resources that you don't have. You have your physical force, you have your brain. Maybe enough.
Where's he keeping her?
Keeping her? You mean Jinx? She works for him.
Mm-hmm.
She's like his daughter.
She's not. Caitlin?
Why did you let her go?
Do you ever say thank you?
He's gonna know we're here now.
Whose fault is that?
You're an alright shot.
I'm an excellent shot.
And you're a good fighter, right?
You gonna help me out, Cupcake?
Stop calling me that.
But you're so sweet. Like a cupcake.
Shut up.
Ah, you two together? Oh, the picture again.
His sister.
She's back.
She's back.
From the dead.
You think that she's dead? Wait a minute, you think that she's dead? Really, writers, you know how to end your episodes with a cliffhanger. already during the 3 first episodes, and right there 2 episodes that it's ending with a cliffhanger. You think that she's dead because you thought that you killed her, or that someone that you paid killed her. I mean, after the explosion, you didn't see her, but at the same time, no. After that, you asked to Powder, where is your sister, where is the girl? And she answered you, she left, you know, like she abandoned me, something like that. You would think that she died because my main theory, maybe you paid someone to kill her or something like that. Like maybe it could be interesting for the story, something like that. So for now, Jinx, she doesn't know that, but if at some point she learns that Silco, a new dad, a new family, or something like that, I prefer to name him like that, it's a new family than really a dad for her. She learns that he tried to kill her sister, maybe it can be useful, you know, for maybe Jinx switching again or something like that. Ooh, so many things happened during this episode. Really, they're not joking at all with the rest of the episodes. Again, it's going with my theory of the fact that this season is going to be about their stories, about these characters, but at the end of it, it's going to be the end of their stories, you know, to these characters, and we are going to have a new season with new stories, new characters. It would be so interesting, you know, for your community, for the League of Legends community. They want to know the stories of their characters, of their champs, so they're gonna want that for you to explore more stories, more characters. Okay. What happened during this episode? Victor and Jace, their narrative arc. I said it, I told it to you that at some point their relationship, they're not thinking of things the same way. Jace, he wants to play safe, he wants to take the time. Victor, he wants to rush things because he wants to help, you know, to do all of that, to help people because he's coming from the Undercity, all of that. And also maybe now because he is about to die. And also the thing about, you know, all of that economic situation, the fact that they want to sell magic, the fact that they want to make money with magic. I mean, I can't blame Jace, because right there, I mean, it's logical that you need money to do stuff and all, and he's being so manipulated by Mel for that since the beginning. I can't blame him, because she is guided by ambition. Him, on the other hand, it's not ambition, not so much, it's more like he wants to do things right and he's trying his best to balance, to find the balance between everything. Victor accepting, you know, that money is going to be involved into that, like it's going to create such division still, you know, like magic for the rich people and not for the poor people, like he's not going to accept that. So really, I can see a conflict between these two, but at the same time, they are so close and they are really like that for now. And how Jace was right there with Victor, and you know, he abandoned Mel for that. Maybe I'm wrong with that, maybe it's not gonna go into that direction. And you know, I have this other theory with Victor. I mean, it has to be the Victor that I know from the game, so at some point something is gonna happen to him. Maybe he or Jace is gonna try to use magic to save Victor, and it's gonna end not so well, and it's gonna explain after that the armor and all of that. It took blood. You know, he's saying stuff like the arcane can talk and maybe can learn. So maybe he was thinking about maybe the arcane can improve, can learn from its mistakes, like it can go quicker because of that. Me, what I think right now, and even more with the blood situation, it's the fact that maybe it can have its own man, you know, it's unreal. Mel, she's manipulating you, but at the same time, you know, she's honest with what she's saying. She doesn't lie to him, or right there, you know, with her feelings for him, that situation, that love relationship between them. I think that she's honest with that. Not because of the fact that she's manipulating him, that she's not honest with him. Understand what I mean? Like, she can be honest about what she wants, what she thinks, what she does, and still being a manipulator. She wants her city to shine, you know. I think that she feels also the pressure of her name, of her family. She has a lot of responsibilities also. She wants her name to be remembered. There is something like that behind this character. And now for Vi and Caitlin, the two of them meeting like that, these two working together, they are so different, you know, they are coming from really the opposite background, like one with a lot of privileges because of her family, one with really no privileges at all. She lost her family, she lived so many rough stuff and all. They are really different. They can be good together, like Caitlin, she's a good sniper. Vi, you know how to fight. They can work well together. They want the same thing. They want to stop Silco. It's good. Ah, they want the same thing. I'm not sure that Caitlin, she wouldn't... If she has to, she would kill Jinx. Not Vi. Vi, she wouldn't do that. Vi just learns, you know, that powder new name. It's Jinx. Maybe that can be something, you know, the fact that one can kill Jinx and not the other one. You know, what they are willing to do or not to stop Silco. There! All of the cupcake thing, you know, that nickname, the fact that these two, a potential love relationship between these two. I can see it coming. And Jinx, our relationship with Silco. For me, it's not a dad and daughter situation, it's really more, yes, a family situation, a mentor relationship, you know. He's guiding her, he wants her to evolve, to grow up, he wants her to be more mature. I was gonna say to develop herself, it's not a good term for that. Like, he's saying to her, you have to stop to have fear and all. He thinks that she's afraid of doing bad stuff again, you know, like he wants to encourage her to continue to do her best. And I think that it's also what she wants, you know, to prove herself, to prove that she's good to people, but also to herself, because of all of that, you know, the fact that when she was a kid, she was doing things bad, and what Milo said to her, what her sister said to her, things like that. But I think that right there, she's not haunted by what happened because of that. She's haunted by it because she's feeling guilty about it still now. And it's okay, you know, you can feel guilt. She also feels like her sister betrayed her, abandoned her, left her all alone. And that's why, as a kid, she followed Silco during that moment, because she lost everything and he was someone who could take care of her. That moment also, with her training like that and seeing her sister like she was fighting her sister, so much hate, so much love, so much sadness, Jinx, all of the emotions that you're feeling, it's so deep, so rough, such strong feelings also. I'm worried when these two are gonna meet, when these two are gonna be forced to fight. I'm worried for them, but I'm also worried for myself and my emotions during that moment. Two sisters fighting like that? I can deal with it, right? For sure. But Jinx, she's amazing, you know, how she fights, but also how clever she is, you know, with the stuff that she's doing and her attitude. Really, again, I don't want to risk myself to analyze her psychology, like, she's a kid, she's acting like a kid. And that's why also Silco is telling her that, like, you need to grow up, you need to stop to act like a kid. Find yourself, you know, in a way. To find who you are, what you want, And I said it also during my review of the last episode, for now, she has, okay, this ambition of proving that she's good to people but also to herself, but she has no ambition for what she wants to do in the future, the role, the place that she wants to have working for Silco. Like, she's just following Silco, she's just working for him, but she has no ambition, no project for herself. I think that there is also something like that, maybe something which can help her to grow up, to stop being a kid. It's to find who she is and what she wants. Her. What do you want? You. For yourself and for your future. Hear me right now, I sound like a sister, you know. What do you want? Come on. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video right now. I'm gonna watch the next episode right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, the next episode is already on my Patreon, but if you want to watch it on YouTube, you're gonna have to wait one more day for that. So it means that it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Great.